I'm going to check audio.
Yes, please. Thank you. Fafnir
Hello,
already
we're
made the
playing
post.
tabletop games and
We've got
posting in
this-
threads.
We've got this beautiful
I got an ad,
background
so I'm
image.
waiting.
Engaging in capitalism. I see.
All right.
Not willingly. I'm
I
a
love
hostage.
capitalism.
I can hear everyone on stream.
Okay,
Okay, good.
I fixed it.
I can hear Spyro the Hedgehog, famous video game mascot.
You
Used to be-
mean Spyro the Dragon?
I know what joke I'm doing. Oh god, now I heard myself. Ugh, mute that stream.
Why would everyone hear themselves talk? It sounds bad.
I don't like hearing myself talk. No. Get on. No. I turned on the heated pad for you. No. No. No.
Okay, well.
So,
Today.
one of us is dealing with a cat, two of us are drunk, Sans is in Smash. What is reality anymore?
This will be the hardest session we've ever run.
Who's the drunk person? You've been hiding it very well. I did not even realize.
I have had one alcohol.
I have had like 4 alcohols.
Oh no.
And tonight we're playing.
We're playing
Gangland.
Gangland.
By James D'Amato, the one-shot guy. He's pretty cool.
Alright, so, much so true to its name, we're playing as gang. You can play, player versus enemy or player versus player, but our crew tonight, of course, will be working together.
I thought E stood for everyone.
I thought it was environment.
Yeah, I thought it was environment too.
I think those are all the classic literary themes. So I think we're good.
Player versus man.
I can't believe this.
Player versus self.
I can't believe this.
Alright, we're getting existential.
This is what happens when you put Sans in Smash. Everything falls apart.
Okay, so we should introduce our
Put our
crew
crew together.
and introduce our characters. Nobody else had any ideas for our crew except me, because I'm in charge, I guess. But
Right, I'm
here's
just
the
going to
thing.
go through the putting your crew together thing on the rules.
Yeah.
So, step 1, pick a theme and name for your gang. This will determine how your gang acts, dresses, talks, fights, and what they drive. If you're doing something related to your theme, you get plus 1d6 on your roll.
So our theme is we are mystery-solving teenagers who are kind of like the Phantom Thieves in Persona 5, but more like the mystery-solving teens from Kate Beaton's mystery-solving teens comics. Belligerent youths who lie and cheat and steal and frame people. So yeah, and we got
And our
the
name
crew.
is?
Our name is the Screw It Squad.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Alright, so with that, basically this game has 4 categories for stats, so essentially you pick one that you're good at. You're not good at anything else, good luck.
Yeah, stats and characters are kind of interlocked. In that you aren't statting the characters, you're statting the gang, but you do that by assigning one stat to a character.
Yes, so basically, typically you have 4 for a stat that you have, or basically your stat is 4 and you have to roll under that stat in order to succeed. But that can change a little bit. If one of your guys is a new guy, that person will have a 3, and then basically the rules say if you want, you can have 2 new guys and 1 badass who can start with a 5. But I feel we can do freeform a little more if you want to, because I know Jenner opted to be a new guy.
Yeah, I want to be the new guy. I want to know who the leader of this crew is because I have an origin story.
There is also one more thing. There can be the wild card, and the wild card doesn't have to roll under a number. They succeed with even rolls and fail with odd rolls.
I
And
like. Sorry, go ahead.
And an odd roll below the stats does matter a little more because that's just an automatic mess up, even if you get another success. So, true to their name, very dangerous.
Mhm. All right, so for our stats, my character is specializing in fighting with a 4. Jenner's is specializing in stealing with a 3.
I started by specializing in stealing this role, and then I also stole this joke.
Alice is specializing in talking partly because she's sober, I'm assuming.
I mean,
I'd like-
so are you,
I
but
would like to have Jeff be our spokesman in his current state, but
No, that's
he is our smart.
He's got-
I am extremely personable, thank you.
You're a little too personal.
Is Alice back, by the way, because she was fiddling with the PS4?
I think
She
she's
said she was back.
not. Is she back?
I thought
Alice?
she said she was back, or am I?
I don't
I'm
remember
pretty sure
that.
she said that.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll have to wait. But
Alice is
we can...
muted at least, so
Yeah?
we can start
Sure.
introducing our characters, and then we get to Alice. We'll wait for her.
Well, what's the, Fefner, what is the thing that we're solving today? Because you're the GM?
I figured you'd do that after. I mean,
Yeah,
you gotta
let's
introduce
do
your people
our-
first.
All
I
right.
did, however, choose from the quick play scenario section. So, yeah, if you look at the rules, you will recognize, the story as crafted by me rolling dice this afternoon.
So, so my character is the fighting character, so he is just the fighter. That's all there really is. His personality. His name is Billy Thunderstruck.
Nice. Good song.
Probably
good
not
song.
his real name.
Jeff, what's your character?
My character's name is Johnny, and he is the smart one because he's actually an adult posing as a teen.
My God.
Because he has a college education.
He's going to college. He's got an associate's. It's a big deal.
No, he's got a bachelor's.
My character's name is Lena. Just Lena. No last name. I couldn't think of one. She's a kleptomaniac. She steals everything and anything, and she's basically like Hilda from Fire Emblem Three Houses, except she steals. She's very lazy and thinks that she's doesn't want to do anything, but steals everything that's not nailed down.
Lena steals, no dignity.
And Alice isn't back yet, so we'll have to have Alice introduce her character when she finally comes back.
I am back.
Oh, good. Just in time. What's your character?
Have you ever heard of Displaced? Like as a fanfiction concept?
I have not.
Yeah,
Go on.
Yes,
Like-
Dang it, because this was. Oh, someone has?
vaguely. But please explain it anyways for everyone else.
Displaced is a very silly fanfiction concept where you go to a convention and buy a thing from the vendor, the merchant or whatever, because you're in cosplay, and then you wake up and you're like that person in that world. Well, this is kind of like that, except it's just me, and I'm in a youth gang for some reason now. It's literally just me. No one has asked why I'm here or explained anything to me. I'm just here now.
Okay. So the way I just wanted to establish my origin story. Lena is the new kid. You guys are about to go out on a score, and she got recruited into the gang because she pulled the same hat thing. with Mr. Thunderstruck, but it was in fact his same hat because she just took his hat off. Of his
I like how half this
Same hat.
teen gang are not teens at all.
That too.
Majority.
No, I'm a
not.
teen again. I'm a teenager again. Also inexplicably.
Oh, okay.
It's an isekai.
You can do it all again, but right this time.
No.
Trapped in another
Fucking
world
isekai,
where I'm a
but
teen
dumber.
again and I'm in a gang.
Yeah. All right. I have to go
God.
flip my chicken, but I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess we'll just have a quick break then, because I need to be right
I
back.
feel like it would be appropriate for Jenna's character if she did not know what's going on when she gets
Yeah.
back. But we
Yeah.
all, everyone else
just
knew.
go. Yeah, just go. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about me. I'll be
we
right
didn't
back.
tell the new kid. Also, before she joined, I was the only teen in this teen squad. Okay.
All right. So,
Sorry.
so after that alarm, it has been 5 months since the death of Johnny, one of your most valuable crewmates. Oddly enough, though, despite Lena being the new gal, he wasn't the thief. He was the talking guy. He did just sort of die and then get replaced by a guy with a college degree.
No, I'm the smarts guy.
Alice is
Right,
there talking.
smarts. Or sorry, did I say talking or smarts?
You said talking.
Okay, so smarts. But anyway, you've spent 5 months mostly brooding and planning your revenge, and now the day has arrived. The 15th annual death race is about to take place, and the guy who killed Johnny is going to be participating in it. And so, because you want to take your revenge on him and also probably win the reward of like $50, you've decided to enter the race. So first and foremost, what even is your plan going into this?
Well, first we gotta get a car to the race.
Yes, cars. Something
Are
that
any of
would
us
be
old enough
difficult.
to drive?
Yes.
I mean, I just tugging college, just got my learner's permit. I have a car.
Is it a beater car?
No. Oh god, what would be the dumbest car to have in this situation?
Prius.
Yes, it's a Toyota Prius.
With parts cannibalized from a smart car.
No, it's a lease.
Oh, Lisa. Well, I mean, you're probably gonna have to put stuff on it to enter it into a death race. Last
All
guy
right.
who sent a vanilla Prius in didn't really make it very far in the race. He got last in part because he was killed.
I'm gonna steal the Mach 5 from the other racer.
Yeah, we're competing against other gangs. Who are these other gangs? Is Speed Racer in one of them?
Yeah, I mean, like, I have my own, pool of possible racers, but yeah, Speed Racer's one of them.
All right, so you just gonna steal the Mach 5?
I'm gonna try and steal the Mach 5.
All right, so rolling in this game, it's similar to stuff like Lasers and Feelings, where you have to get a certain number of successful rolls, and like the more you get, the better you do. But as long as you get one under your number, you should be good.
I
So
feel like this is belligerent and teeny.
yeah.
I'm gonna say this is 4d6.
I'm a
and this-
little worried about that theme.
Only from my character is the most. Lena is a terrible person. I got 2 successes.
All right, so 2 successes is you succeed, no problem. So you don't get a bonus die next roll. But hey,
So I have the
you
Mach
just
5.
get it done.
What I do?
We're off to a roaring start.
So basically, it really isn't that difficult. You're just you approach the racer family is just sort of doing their thing. They're talking about the next big race and how dangerous it is. It's the most dangerous race they've ever seen. Somehow more so than even the one where they race near an active volcano. Don't ask. But yeah, you just walk up, jump in, and sort of get away. And it did say no difficulty, but at the same time, you didn't get a super success. So
Not
I'm
only
half
that,
tempted to say Spritle and Chim Chim are
yeah,
still
I
in
was
the
gonna say
trunk.
I didn't.
I
check
was
the
about to
trunk.
suggest that. They don't have to cause problems yet. They could just be in there.
Yeah, I mean, their mere existence is a problem, though. But
Is
we'll
it
just
really
say it's
the
fine.
Mach 5 if it doesn't have those awful, useless, worthless characters in the trunk?
They're extremely important in the plot, thank you.
Spritle has saved the day a non-zero number of times.
Much to humanity's detriment.
Anyway, I'm gonna bring the car around to Jeff's character, whose name I didn't write down. I'm sorry, Jeff.
It was also named Johnny. I forgot about the dead character's name.
Yeah, we're avenging Johnny, who was replaced by Johnny.
Yep.
What's your character's name again, Loka?
Billy Thunderstruck.
Thank you. And Alice is just Alice, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yup.
Okay.
So now you've got a Prius and the Mach 5.
Well, so I'm bringing the car over, the stolen Mach 5 over to Johnny, and I'm like, hey, let's put some nitrous on this sucker.
I think it already has nitrous. I remember watching those cartoons when I was young. I mean, I've read the Know Your Meme page on the Mach 5.
I open up the glove box and pull out the owner's manual and start flipping through it, and then get bored and throw it at the car.
Billy just walks up. Is this from that awful Wachowski movie? And is immediately punched in the face.
I'm glad you're already being a belligerent teen.
Get in, losers.
We're going to a death race.
So Johnny just had the Prius. He's like, oh yeah, we'll take this. And then you just roll up with a Mach 5. So do you want to make any adjustments?
Yeah, the Mach 5 has batteries now. I don't know why, it just does.
You're smart, so do you actually want to attempt to put that in, or are you just taping it to the sides?
Probably on on the back, I guess.
Out of the car.
Yep.
Hi.
We might need that power. We might need that extra oomph in the future. Who knows?
All
Should I roll for that? Should I roll to see how effective it is?
I'd say either roll now or in a moment where you might need the extra power. So
We'll wait for the future then.
Okay.
Wait for it to kick in later on and see how you did.
All right, so I say we split up because we have a better. Wait, I'm not in charge. Why am I acting like I'm in charge? My dumbass character suggests we split up because she's a dumbass teen, and 2 of us take the Prius and 2 of us take the Mach 5, and then we have a better chance of winning because there's 2 of us and there's 2 cars instead of 1 car.
Well, we'll have to find sort of obscure rule to let us do that though.
I am gonna say you have to roll for that one though, if there is a rule, because my immediate thought would be, hey, you gotta take 1 car. It can be a car as large as you want it to be. It can just be stupid. You could just bring a fucking train to the race somehow.
Gonna get
So
and
my
join
stat's
RV on the
46. I think I get to die because lying is a cornerstone of teen. Oh no, that's a bad roll.
No, you gotta get under.
Well, yeah. You got under. You got under 3 times.
Oh no, it's a good roll.
Yeah, that's super good. Let's see. So you're at. Hold on a sec. Is it a success if you get on par with 4?
It is. You have to tie or roll under.
Okay, tie roll under. So yeah, that's
Wait,
4 successes right there.
How did he get 5 dice?
I have.
He has
You
4
start
on
with
his
1.
stat.
Oh, I start with 1.
Yes.
Oh, I was super confused on how this works.
Your stats we
okay.
have to roll under. You always roll 1 dice and then 1 die, and then you add 1 if it relates to the theme, and you add 1 if it's hardcore.
Okay, it's not hard. So just take the first 2 of those then.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
still 2 successes though.
Yeah. I also screwed it up because I thought you rolled the number of dice. I lie. I
This is a
also-
2-page RPG.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I
Okay,
know.
so in that case,
I know.
I have not read anything said graduate from college. Thank you.
all right. So technically speaking, you did have a difficulty for your first roll then. So yeah, Spritle and Chim Chim are in the car.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Finally.
That's the difficulty, and so yeah, that succeeds, no problem. You somehow find an obscure rule that says that as long as you split your team in precisely half, you can take 2 cars.
Okay, so 2 of us are in the Prius and 2 are in the Mach 5.
That sounds
Yep.
right to me.
Who wants to be in the Mach 5 with me?
I'm it. I call Mach 5.
Okay. Get in here. I'm driving.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's better than this
do
Prius.
you already have your license? Because I only have my learner's permit. I need to drive with somebody who already has their license.
No one tell anybody I can rent a
You
car.
know what? Fuck the law, and I hit the gas.
I mean, that is the point of this.
All right. Does anybody else want to try anything before the race, or are we good?
It feels like, what can we add to the Mach 5?
Yeah, I wanna repaint it.
I can't
What do you
believe how
add to the
quickly-
Prius?
I can't believe how quickly we added the Mach 5 into this canon. It took like 0 time.
I came back from flipping the chicken and was like, I'm gonna steal something.
Oh, God.
All right. So if nobody wants to add like a javelin to the Prius or something,
Hold on. I might have a fighting idea.
all
Can
right.
I go just beat the shit out of one of the other racers right before the race?
All right. So if nobody
I just
else,
want to put somebody in the hospital before the race starts.
all right. So if nobody else has any ideas for now, we'll cut over to the race.
Ignoring that idea.
All right. So it's race time. The Mach 5 pulls up. You see the bouncer for the race. He has a little clipboard, and he's like, he just looks over the two of you, and he's like, "Do any of you have your license?"
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
Don't like people who abide by the law, but guess it's plausible deniability.
Ah.
You do you, buddy.
Heck yeah.
And he lets you through.
Awesome.
He sees the Prius, and he's just like, "Peh. Yeah, good luck, nerds. Take a vanilla Prius into this."
All right.
It's got some.
That was
secrets you
easy.
don't know.
Is there a registration or is that a trap? Like, if you register, they kick you out for following the rules.
Registration is probably just like graffiti. It's not official or anything, but like the teams just like doing it. Just,
There's just a wall.
yeah, just doodle on the wall if you want. Take a selfie by it, that sort of thing.
It says fuck Crest. I'm gonna take a selfie by it.
I'm going to spray paint Screw It Squad on there, and then also spray paint fuck in front of all the other team names.
Nice.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah,
He's gonna start a fight.
that's all I have to go on for characterization, honestly. I just had a
Routine.
name.
Okay, so as we're all revving up, I hope other people have things to do, like Alice and Jeff. But I'm gonna steal the
Mhm.
spare tires out of everybody else's car because I've got the Mach 5 has those fucking tacks in it. I've been pushing the buttons. So I'm gonna blow out everybody's tires and steal their spare tires so they can't keep driving.
And also, Billy wants to rough people up as well. So
Yes.
who wants to do their thing first? I think Billy should go first.
Yeah, Billy,
just
go first,
distract
'cause
people.
I've already gone.
Yeah, I want to just do like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and then pick a racer and just punch him into his car.
All right, so
he's good at judo.
Just
He's
yell.
good at toss, yeah.
Just yell, think fast.
I'm gonna say you wind up mowing the greaser gang. You just point out one of them, so roll to rough them up.
Oh, the hair's so great.
Yeah, it
All
is
right.
nice hair.
You start with 1d6. I'm being I'm being belligerent. If they're greasers, they must be either boomers or Gen Xers. So I'm showing disrespect to previous generations. So also on brand for teens. I don't think this is hardcore. This is mostly just stupid. So 2d6.
So that's a 2 and a 3, so you succeed.
Yes.
That's a normalized success. You just fucking point out a greaser and punch him out. Technically, they are boomers or Gen Xers just because of the time period they come from, but they are inexplicably teens.
The fucking goddamn time traveling. I don't remember which generation greasers are from.
I'm gonna bash up their DeLorean while you're over there. Okay. I think yeah, I'm gonna do my roll. So this is belligerent and this is stealing. So this is my specialty. So it's 2d6, I believe.
Yep.
It's not hardcore. Let's see how I do. One success.
You got one success. Well, there will be a difficulty beyond the fact that some of my picks for groups wouldn't exactly need wheels per se. I'm going to say, what's a good comp? I'm going to say that, oh, I know. So one of the cars you try to steal from, you just like try to touch their spare tires, and the moment you do, in your head, you just hear, go to church, go to church, go to church, go to church.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And you are filled with holy light, and it burns you. So you can't steal their wheels, and also you are just real messed up from that.
Oh no! I go
Not
back
like
to the
actual
car.
damage messed
I
up,
go
but
back to the car and hang my head and cry, and I gotta go take my chicken out of the oven so somebody else keep going.
All right, looks like I'm driving the Mach 5.
I mean, it would make
Not
sense.
that
You
I
are
want
good
to.
at
It's
fighting.
garbage car. This is lame.
So
Stupid car.
Lena divides up the wheels between that and the Prius. So you've got tires to spare, I would say.
Got
Don't really
so
have
many
to worry
spare
about that.
tires. So many.
I just open the trunk, throw in a tire, and hit Spritle.
I don't think you have a hatchback. I think it has a hatchback.
I'm just throwing tires wherever. We got enough.
All right. Anybody else want to try some pre-race stuff?
Alice, what would you do in this situation?
Alice is probably slightly distressed by future visions of her PS4 bricking. So, I guess, unless anybody has anything else, the race begins. So, you take your positions, the greasers stare you down. Visibly, you just see one really bloody in the arms of another. His hair's roughed up. He's looking worse for wear. You only punched him like once, right? He still looks like you just really beat him down.
I mean, my point was to like either prevent him from racing or make him worse at racing.
So yeah, he's just in the back with one of his friends who's just looking at you. You see him mouthing revenge or something like that.
Is he like holding an ice pack to his eye
Yes.
or wherever I hit him?
Ice pack in one hand, switchblade in the other.
Those are illegal.
Alright.
I mean, that's cool.
Alright, so how you gonna start this race as they count down from 3 to 1?
Well, I'm gonna put my Prius in sport mode instead of eco mode.
Sport mode, engage.
Gotta get that low end acceleration.
Alright, so do you want to go for a quick start with that?
Yes, I would.
Alright, so roll.
Oh God. Well, so
How are you gonna...
well, I am a responsible adult driver, so I have experience driving. So give me a +1. And
Okay.
I can't just anything else. There's nothing else.
You're not even a teen.
I'm not even a teen.
I don't think you get +1 for experience.
Alright, so that is 2 successes though, so you're gonna get a really good start in this race. Billy, how are you going to start the Mach 5?
I guess I'm just gonna drive normally.
Roll. I guess fighting would work. You know,
It's
you're aggressively
There's no
driving.
such thing in the Mach 5.
I don't know that.
Roll to see if a normal ass drive is gonna start you ahead of the competition.
All right. I'm just gonna roll 1d6 because I can't justify anything.
You could be aggressively
No.
driving. That's
That
funny.
doesn't succeed at all.
Oh, no.
So when you roll 0, you fail, and one of your guys gets messed up. Messing up means that your stat goes down by 1.
All right.
So as this race begins,
Can I say what I think I do?
all right. So yeah, the Prius boosts on ahead, just going on its way. Now it's off of economy mode. What happens to the Mach 5?
I try all the buttons on the steering wheel. I put on the capsule. I'm totally blanking on what to call it. I close the cockpit.
Yeah,
and then I hit the jack, so I fly up and hit my head on the top of the car.
I say, in addition to that, you spring up, and behind you, one of the vehicles doesn't even have wheels. It's just a bunch of people who are so good at punching that they just punch the earth to propel themselves forward. They spring over you, and as you spring up, they just punch you back down to the ground.
What? I can't even imagine what this looks like. It's like earthbending, but there's no earthbending. They're just doing kung fu, and then they propel themselves 15 feet into the air.
It's
Don't
like
worry
a
about it.
Flintstones car, but more aggressive.
It's all punches have running.
And then they just took a punch at me. Alright, so that didn't go so well.
All right, so by trying to drive normally, I guess you were just trying to honk your horn as you went, but instead, that was not normal at all. You
All right.
unnormaled yourself into a bad position.
So I just made a roll, but I know what I want to do next.
Okay.
I am going to get revenge on those people who just punched their way towards me.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and ram them with my car. I'm also going to try and toss Lena onto their vehicle
Oh shit!
so that she
What a thing to come back to.
the steering wheel, whatever the fuck is an important part of this contraption. She's going to seal the load-bearing screw.
All right, this actually does work because, as the instructions say, if you can justify how you are teaming up 2 skills, you may roll the other skill and add the success if you succeed. So, I guess, Lena, you roll your stealing. Well, you know what? I don't think the order matters on this per se.
I want to
I
say this is pretty badass.
Mechanics-wise, you do
mechanically-
actually have to come first, even though
I think
action-wise comes second.
mechanically this works is I get an extra die. It's just under Lena's skill. But since we're both at 3 right now, it really doesn't matter.
No, it
Because
says
we always have to roll under 3.
you may roll the other skill and add the success if you succeed.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's it.
so they roll one die, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's only one.
So it's the same as if they just added a die to me right now. If they had a higher skill, it would be different. If they had a lower skill, it would be different. But right now we're at 3, so
Yep.
it's basically an extra.
This sounds pretty badass. I'd say it's 4.
Well, I'm rolling 3, and then you roll 1. And this is
Okay.
belligerent teen. Just you did one bad thing to me, time to overreact.
Yep. All right. I'll roll my 1 after you roll your 3.
Okay.
Shh, why are you doing this? All right, I got it.
All right, so
3 successes.
yep, that's pretty good.
Stop it.
You succeed and get a bonus die on your next roll, or if you're fighting, you get to pick who you mess up. That's more for like PvP stuff, so you're gonna get a bonus die on your next roll.
Go in,
Nice.
go in. Did
So yeah,
Did Alice go?
So I tie a rope around Lena, toss her onto the. I can't even picture what this is in my head. It's like a sled with people punching.
it's just like I guess sort of a reinforced sled. It's like a carriage without the wheels, I suppose. And different people are just manned at different sides of the quote-unquote vehicle.
What does it have as that wheels then?
They are the wheels.
What?
Just two
It's
people
like
punching
is
around.
it like a palanquin then? Like they're running,
No,
holding
they're
it up?
punching. They're punching. They're
It's
not
one of the-
walking on their hands either. They're punching.
Yep,
I
they
see.
need physical force.
I see.
It's
I
one of
feel
the
like
cars you
Lena.
couldn't steal wheels from because they didn't have them.
I feel like Lena steals whatever they're using to like suspend themselves or attach themselves to the cart.
They still
No, I
gotta steer.
I steal their belts so their pants fall down. And while they're-
You steal their
while they're-
gloves.
Yeah.
You definitely need gloves
I
for this
steal
kind of
their
operation.
Clothes, just all of their clothes. I steal all of their clothes.
Oh no, the knuckles and everything else.
Yeah, so now they're gonna just damage their knuckles, and also they're very embarrassed.
Mhm.
They're just all naked. A few of them are like, hell yeah, my physical form is perfect. You can't embarrass me like this, but the other ones are just like, oh god, I regret everything.
All right, so we're not doing well in the race part, but we're doing good in the death part.
Yes. All right.
Well, the
John's
Prius
turn.
isn't doing too
So that's
badly.
enough. Yeah.
Also, Alice seems to have gone to take care of her problems, so I guess one of us will just roll for her? One of us will just play Alice playing herself?
This is so weird.
What was Alice's thing that she wanted to do?
Well, I don't know. Apparently her
Yeah.
PS4 bricked, so...
I hope she comes back. That might have ruined the night for her. We'll see.
Probably. So, for now, Johnny, you're leading pretty well at the moment. However, you are being approached by one of the other racers, and it is, of course, Racer X, who, unbeknownst to anybody, is Speed Racer's older brother, Rex Racer.
Who
Who ran away from home? Yeah.
So now he's on your tail, and he's a pretty good racer. What are you going to do about that?
I like how this is still a cartoon that existed. He's canonically Johnny has seen the Speed Racer cartoon, and now it's just in real life trying to kill him.
Oh no. I never thought it would happen to me.
So I guess if you want Alice to go, if you can find a use for talking, then you can. But also you can use smarts. Just whatever you feel can get you out of the situation of being pursued by Racer X.
Well, I mean, I am a responsible driver because I have many years of experience just driving a car. Although, don't tell my friends that because they wouldn't believe it. But also, I don't respect these people at all. So I think that maybe that they should respect my space in the road. Like a D3 here. Oh no, those are high rolls.
Oh no. Well, you got
one
a 2.
success.
So that's one success. So you don't get messed up. That's good. You succeed, but it is difficult. So, God, what would Rex? Sorry, Racer X even have on his car? Normally, he just has a normal ass car.
A Prius does not have very high acceleration, even in sport mode. So I have the pedal to the floor, and I am just struggling to just even get any speed whatsoever.
You're just panicking and looking back to his car over and over while he's just sort of gaining on you nonchalantly.
Yeah.
So technically, you mainly just wanted to get some distance, right?
Yeah, seems good.
So, like at this point, the road widens a bit, so you are able to get some horizontal distance. Well, horizontal from an overhead view, anyway. Horizontal distance between you and him, but you're not really getting ahead of him at the moment. Meanwhile, back at the Mach 5, so you've just overcome the Punch Boys, and now you're trying to get ahead. However, the greasers are coming back, and they're mad. They're
no.
just going to try to sort of drive towards you and bump into you.
We really need to link back up with the other teammates so that we can start combining our roles and actually get good numbers of dice.
I'm going. I can't think of what to do. I'm gonna steal their acceleration. I'm just gonna like suck just yoink it from their car and go fast.
They probably have like a visible nitro thingamajig on their car.
Yeah, I'm gonna snatch their nitro and then I'm gonna blast their nitro right into their face.
It's more of a video game thing than like an 80s, but I don't know.
Yes, we're gonna do it. Oh, is Vin Diesel in this race? I need to know.
You know what? Sure.
He's
there.
Not teen. He's not teen.
So since the
He's not in our
Teen
gang,
Diesel's
it's
here.
fine.
Teen Vin Diesel.
Is this race only for teens?
Vin Teensel.
How you doing, fellow teens?
It's me, Vin Diesel. All right, this is a 2d6. I'm gonna say. Well, how would you say this is badass?
I would say so. Like, neither one of you is slowing down, and you are just picking up a fucking nitro car piece off a car and putting it on yours.
Yep, and then blasting them. All right, here we go. 2 successes.
All right, nice. So that is just a normal ass success, but that's pretty solid. So
That's all you really need.
They move in and they start bumping you. You bump against the railing a couple times. You look a little panicked, but not Lena. Lena's just like, oh, hey, that's the thing that makes them go fast. And you just pluck it off and put it on the back of your car, and it just works.
Just picturing them like, the fuck, they can do that?
There are no rules in the death race.
We're gonna blast ahead and match up with the Prius.
All right, so yeah, that seems fair. That's your
Wait,
goal,
I was ahead of you this whole time?
Yeah, because you got a good start, and they didn't.
Oh my god!
You've been outperforming the Mach 5.
There's a higher top speed, I guess.
I want to just when the race started and you see the Prius take off ahead of the Mach 5, it just cuts to speed watching from the sidelines, and you're a single tear rolls down his cheek. Can't believe
Alright.
they did this to me.
So, next off, so since you're all together, now the greasers are behind you. Racer X is still here, but he's not your biggest problem at the moment because the streets are once again going to narrow as you head into a hairpin turn.
Oh no.
Someone's got to talk them into not getting in the turn at the same time we are, so we got space.
Okay, so we're having Alice negotiate. That doesn't sound very teeth-like.
Well, maybe if she's
How
really
about-
disrespectful about it. Like, if
I was
she's like,
trying to
"Listen
say,
here,
I was
you
trying to
fuckers."
think of a thing.
Yeah, oh, sorry,
Yeah,
go
like,
ahead.
I was trying to think of a way to like incorporate that. Of like, if basically what we mainly care about is not going at the same time. She just antagonizes both of them and trying to be first, and then we just wait for the thing to clear.
I like that.
Now, how can we help each other? That's 2 dice. Isn't particularly hardcore yet.
Yeah, you're just trying to convince somebody to do a kind of dumb thing. You're just having Alice heckle Racer X.
And the Gracers, but yeah.
Right. So I can antagonize the greasers to add a fight check. And can we say this is Johnny's idea to add smart? Johnny came up with a plan to try and simultaneously piss off the greasers and Racer X.
Yeah, all this time he's just been having a casual discussion with Alice about how to do this.
Yeah, clearly. I'm the mastermind here.
Yeah,
You know, if they just charged forward and screwed up, that would really help us, actually.
Meanwhile, in the background, you just see Billy making a jack-off motion at the greasers. Okay, so Alice has 2 dice. Oh, and I can't roll this here, so I'll just do the roll and we'll know it's her. One from one from a roll, and then one from being on brand.
Oh man, that's only one success.
That's one success. And then there's one from me. 2 from me. I have a bonus dice.
Yeah, roll a die, don't I? Sorry.
Can you use bonus dice for this?
It just says bonus dice die on your next roll.
Okay, I guess I'll allow it. Alright, so
That
yeah,
is the
that's
problem
3
with
successes.
2-page RPGs.
Hmm.
Sometimes the rules are a little too short.
Alright, so that's 3 successes, and overall, this was Alice's roll, so whoever's playing Alice is going to have a bonus die when she goes next.
Just gets a bonus die on the next roll.
I'm sure she would
Alice
die.
is played by everybody else in the group. The greasers, of course, easily fall for this. They're super aggro. And Racer X is, he has the only brain cell in Speed Racer, but that doesn't really help him all that much. He's still all about winning that race. He's like, no matter what, I'm still going to win this race. And he just charges on forward. And so they just sort of scrape together. The greasers hit the curb pretty hard. Racer X a little less so, but then they're just sort of stuck together moving along, and you just glide on by as those two are sort of stuck together. And so it's a pretty smooth driving. However, you've still not yet found the people responsible for not that Johnny's death, but the other Johnny's death. But
Wait.
you don't have time to worry about that now.
I'm dead?
No,
No,
the other
I'm
Johnny.
not.
The other Johnny.
The other Johnny you replaced,
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
who somehow wasn't replaced by the new gal. But anyway, you don't have time to do that yet because you are approached by one of the other very dangerous racers. It's just a big tank full of alligators, and all that's on wheels. They're very vicious, though.
Awesome.
Just a big fucking tank of alligators.
How do they like? Is there just one driver?
It's kind of mysterious. Like, it just seems like it's a big, like, glass rectangle that's like, it's certainly being driven by wheels. There's probably
Oh
an
my
engine in
gosh.
there. You hear engine sounds.
I'm gonna
It's not
pull
punch
out-
car.
I'm gonna pull out a tire iron. I'm gonna hand it over to Billy. And it'll be like shatter the aquarium. Just shatter it. Send these alligators out onto the road.
Ooh, vandalism!
Yes, is extremely teen. And, like, just by default, it's hardcore because it's alligators.
I was gonna say, Lena is like, I'm standing on the hood of the Mach 5 while Lena gets the car close enough.
Drive
I almost
closer,
feel
I'll
like
hit you with my
anything-
tire iron.
Just pulling the Akio maneuver. I see.
I honestly feel like anything we do in the Mach 5 is a little hardcore. Okay, so I have 3 die. Jared, I hear you suggesting a help thing.
I don't know what I could do other than steal one of the alligators.
Do you have to steal the tire iron from Spritle?
Oh, that's a good point. I have to steal the tire.
He has
iron.
it for some reason.
Yeah. So I have to wrestle it from Spritle. All right, I'll roll a d6.
Is that good, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here are my 3 die.
Oh no, one
Ooh,
success.
that's 0 successes. But that is 1 success.
Okay, so thank God Lena's here.
The new kid is really pulling her weight.
So
The way my roll looks is that I make the swinging motion, but I don't have the tire iron.
you get too overeager and you swing. The alligators laugh at you.
So I knew I was forgetting something.
Thankfully, you have a kleptomaniac, and she does her part of the job.
He just like taps me on the shoulder, hands me the tire iron. Oh, thanks.
So I'm gonna guess that there's a consequence for this. So,
Well,
an alligator
I mean,
is what, is like in the backseat of the car, or snapping at
Yeah,
us, or...
that's the difficulty. Is like you take so long to smash this thing. It does have an open top because, of course, they need some air. But
Yeah.
so they just start climbing off while you just sort of start whacking away. Because it took you too long to start this from the get-go, and it's really hard to break glass, you've discovered. So yeah, they just sort of start crawling out, because they know they don't really have any defenses on the car itself. They leap out, a few get into your car, and now they're just alligators all over the track.
Oh no.
They're still in the race somehow, but
They're
they're
so
more
fast.
weapon than race.
Feed them Chim Chim as a distraction.
That sounds
I'm
like a
just-
smart thing to do. Jeff, do you want to feed them Chim Chim as a distraction?
I'm just
I mean,
like my character
I-
is just wrestling with an alligator in the cockpit of the Mach 5
I
right
can't
now.
condone murder. I am
It's
an
not
adult.
murder, it's an animal. You can only murder a human.
I feel like Chim Chim is pretty sapient, so I feel
Yeah.
like it would be murder.
If anything, Chim Chim's more sapient than Spritle.
Wow.
Yes,
God!
but we could use him as bait. So I roll for that. This is pretty badass because I am endangering a living thing to do this thing.
Yeah,
And-
honestly, this is the most teen you've been as well.
Time to put this animal in danger for no real reason.
Yep. We'll do this. Bam.
Two
That's
successes.
2 successes. Yep. So yeah, you succeed. You drive you slow the Prius down a little bit because, of course, it's still ahead of the Mach 5 somehow. And you just open up the trunk. Spritle and Chim Chim pop up.
It's a hatchback.
Yep, you grab Chim Chim and just sort of slow down a bit, drop Chim Chim off by the road, and a few of the alligators get out of the car and go after Chim Chim, who wackily runs away. I'm gonna say there's still one more because I feel like Billy has to be fighting an alligator for most of this, just like in the
Yes.
background.
Yes.
You don't have to make any rolls for that. I just want it to be a good event that's happening through the whole thing.
Of course.
Keep the alligator in mind. You might need it.
We'll see.
I want like a joke scene where I punch the alligator a bunch, and then when I go to punch it again, it like grabs it with its little hand. It grabs my fist. Or something dumb like that.
All right, so at this point, I think let's just go right to the bridge. Of course, there's a part in the race where there's a bridge that is slowly being lifted to let a boat by underneath, and of course, you have to jump it right now. But as you're preparing to jump it, Racer X and the Greasers have teamed up, and they've somehow combined their cars. And
no.
now they're coming up on your tail. So you got to do this jump, and you've got rivals.
Well, it's been a while since I've done something. So, I'm going to steal Racer X's heart. I'm going to jump off the car. I'm going to put my nose, put it in my teeth, and confess my love to him. I've always had feelings for you.
Oh, thank God! I thought you were going the Mortal Kombat route.
I've been pining all this time. My love.
So mysterious.
Mysterious. I'm gonna say.
Racer X is, where are your parents?
Does anybody want or know how to help?
I mean, while he's distracted, I could always like just smack him with the alligator, I guess.
Being an actual dog, give you some advice to say, follow your heart. You know what's best.
You mysterious masked man, you've rustled my lady bits. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
good at. There's I'm
Oh, so we're just trying to make him uncomfortable? Is that it?
No,
Jane is still working on that adults.
I'm not good at this. All right, so this is stealing, and this is kind of.
I would say it's
like, very
teen, but not badass.
but
I
not
will roll
badass,
one
so
die to help,
2d6.
please.
Yeah, you. Can,
I help.
Explain.
That helps.
Explain the lot, like how it's in his best interest to date me.
So you see, there are some birds and some bees.
Okay, so that's 2 successes, so you're good.
So he has such strong. This is an anime, so of course the second a girl admits her affection to you, you're just smitten. You can't.
We just get an internal monologue of Racer X. This is the first time anybody has shown me such affection. And meanwhile, the Greaser's like, "Oh man, you can't trust chicks. They'll just break your heart, man. They'll just break your heart. Just drive over the bridge, man." So yeah, I feel you successfully leave them behind in the dust, but now you got to do a jump.
Oh no.
All right,
well,
I don't know who should roll for this.
I mean, you got 2 different cars, so I guess you both got to go.
Hold on. Playing this is always a little weird because, like, I could come up with an idea for another character and we just have to have them use their stat. Because we're not playing 4 characters, we're 4 players playing one character within the mechanics of the game, basically. Because the characters are the gangs, not the gang members. But I have a quote-unquote smart idea, because we have one car that can easily make this jump and one that can't. What if we strap the Prius to the Mach 5 before we make the jump?
yeah, this is good.
All right.
I'm sorry, that was supposed to be a sign to like. All right,
I'm just trying to think of how this is even going to look.
there's just a rope around the Prius in the Mach 5. And the Mach 5 is going to hit its pneumatic jacks at the last second, and hopefully the Prius is going to be fine. This is unfortunately a smart roll,
That means Jeff has to roll it.
so Jeff has to
Oh.
make it.
But I was a humanities major. What would I know about this?
Start with 1.
What is Trip Badass?
I get this feels hardcore, like in a really stupid way.
And also,
Oh, absolutely.
a teen would make a bad decision about doing anything. So I think you guys.
Like strapping
Yeah,
two
just
cars for a jump sounds kind of teenish.
That's
Yeah,
two
you can just
successes.
do that.
I did too.
All right, 2 successes.
All right, you're good. That just works.
I'm so glad.
You just rope these two cars together. Is it like side by side, or is one on top of the other?
I'm picturing like side by side because we don't have the capabilities of lifting the Prius on top of the Mach 5.
I'll see you at the finish line, my love. I shout and then sit back down in the driver's seat and say, I'm just gonna get some free food and dump him, and then light a cigarette.
So yeah, half of your car leaps into the air, taking the other with it. So of course, when you come down on the other side of the bridge, the rope just like tears off. You just sort of skid a bit.
I'm picturing like there's a panel of like 3 announcers that are talking about this, and as soon as the jump starts, they go dead quiet, and then you just see one of them get up, like knock his mic over, and leave.
They just have normal ass sports commentators for this. It's real weird.
I mean, that would be great.
But yeah, you make it, and so you continue on the race. You're just going through downtown, and everything seems pretty smooth for a while. However, there is one completely unexpected obstacle as you hear from the distance, "X gonna give it to you."
Oh no.
And so you get closer and closer, and the song gets louder and louder, and suddenly there's just a Mr. X on the track.
Well,
What are you gonna do?
I happen to know Mr. X's weak point, but I don't think we have a bazooka here with us. I mean, this is sort of just like the perfect setup. It's time to use those buzzsaws.
I say Alice should talk to distract him for that bonus dice.
All
As
right,
buzz
so
time.
All right, so yeah, Alice is helping by distracting him by talking, and then I'm just going to cut him in half.
Yeah.
So let me make Alice's roll.
Well, I was gonna roll Alice's roll. You roll.
Oh,
your
you
roll.
do that then.
Yeah.
How many dice do I have?
let's see. So
Wait, go ahead,
So
Bethra.
I get one.
yeah,
And
so
then
you
if
get
it's
one.
on theme, I get another one. I don't know if this is on theme.
Yeah. For
This goes
normal
beyond
belligerent,
belligerent teen. This is like actual murder.
if you were horror movie teens, this would be fine.
So
We're
I
you,
would say it's probably badass though.
I was gonna say like this is hardcore. I will not accept anything else. So 2 die.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh no. Oh,
Well, you got 2 die for that because
Dex
you're
is gonna
rolling
give
one,
it to us.
and then you get one more because that was the bonus die we had.
I rolled it. Oh, you
Oh,
want
that's
to roll
right.
one more?
Alice has another bonus die.
She got it from
Okay,
before.
one success.
Yes.
Okay, one success. So clearly the buzzsaws part doesn't work. So Mr. X gets distracted a little bit, and then as Alice is talking to him, he just sees the buzzsaws from the Mach 5, and you just hear, "Lord, give me a sign," and he just walks away.
I really need to talk.
So he's going to be a problem for other racers, but you're by him. And
God.
so, with that, you think you're in the clear. However, you hear a heavenly chorus,
Oh no.
and so, out of nowhere, just zooming in from the distance is just a car. Just a fucking car. And then you see the car's image, and it's in a book, and then the book closes, and then you see its name is Irenic. And you have to do a quick time event surprise. Yes, it's the fucking cars from Bayonetta.
I don't remember the cars from Bayonetta. Are they only in Bayonetta 2?
They're only in Bayonetta 1.
Huh, I don't remember them. Well, anyways, I guess we're dealing with this now.
Fight him.
Thank you for the reminder. Man, I fucked up early and my stats are worse, but this is really fight-centric, so... So, like, I'm ready to deal with this car. The buzzsaws are still out. I'm gonna go for the tires this time, so I don't have to actually murder something. So that feels like closer to, like, belligerent teen. But I don't know if it's hardcore anymore.
Oh, this is hardcore.
Okay. So that's 3
Fucking
dice.
fighting angels.
Does anyone want to help? Lena, can
I
you steal their Bible or something?
I mean, what are they powered off of?
I mean,
There's
the
this
Bible.
obvious blood weak spot.
Holy Spirit.
Attack that thing.
Okay, I'm going to steal their, like, driving way because I'm gonna just put my gay ass in the car and just the sin of my presence will sap the energy from their holy car.
Alright. That's one helping die. So I'm gonna
just
roll
gonna
mine.
jump in their car.
So that's one success.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, still
So yeah, that's one success.
one success.
So you leap in the Irenic, and big mistake because it's basically a clown car, but for angels. You just see
Oh,
like
geez.
fucking every enemy in there.
Oh,
It's just
God.
all of them.
Just a wheel with eyes. What's going on?
Just fucking gracious and glorious glide in and beat you up and punch you back into the car.
Ah, God, I laid back in the Mach 5 all bruised up. My
Guess that
boyfriend
didn't go
will
well,
avenge
huh?
me! I shout.
I mean, I think we succeed. Just
You do
not
succeed.
well.
So yeah,
But we are all going to hell now.
the buzzsaws do help a little bit, but it only serves to sort of just like put some distance between you and them. You're on a highway now. You're sort of in the highway section of town, and so they just take a different exit and they'll be elsewhere for a bit. So with that, you are coming near the end of the race. However, fucking angels came in, and now a rainstorm has started, and the road's kind of just going to shit because now angels are just fucking everything up.
That's fine. I have traction control in my car.
All right,
Same.
traction control it up. Keep yourself gliding smoothly down this road.
I don't think I just put anything else this roll except that. It's success.
You did it. So it is difficult. You're somehow weaving this Prius between beloveds, just the big axe dudes. How the Mach 5 is probably doing something to here as well, but we're focusing on the Prius. Is it?
I have a much
Nimbly.
easier time because
I've
mine
got all
good
season
tires.
tires.
Got
So,
little
yeah,
body
you're just
stones. Sorry.
Dodging all of this. And so, at last, you see a somewhat familiar sight as a car approaches you, and it seems to be completely unmanned, and you hear a voice say, "Are you surprised? It's a big mistake to..." And it stops for a moment. I'm a car now, too.
I steal her heart.
No, that's Shirori. Jenner. Oh my god.
Sorry,
Can't
Shiori-
believe you're a fake Utena fan.
Shiori-chan.
God.
Can't believe it.
Shiori,
Jen's
you
a
don't
fake
even get to
anime
roll.
fan.
Shiori Mobile is just automatically offended by your comment.
No, I messed it up. I'm sorry. I've been very. I've. It's been a while. Shiori, Chan, it's been so long, my love. I've missed you. I'll steal her heart too. Still teen, not badass. Just 2d6. Let's do this. Nope.
Oh, that's a bad roll.
That's a bad roll.
You dunked
And
it.
you messed up.
I mean, I did color the wrong name at first, and then I corrected myself, and I was like, wait, oh, shit. Fuck. And I guess I get beaten up, so I will lose a point. So I'm at 2 now. Is Fefner still here?
Mhm.
I hope so. She's the GM.
Apparently not.
What was that?
There you go.
Okay, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to eat a molasses cookie real quick. Anyway, yeah, so that just happened in canon. Then Shiori Kara is mad and rams you, and you just fly into one end of the car real hard.
I bang my head real bad, and I'm kind of dazed. I'm like, no, I'm baby. I say, crawling up on the floor of the car.
So you are coming up to the end of the race, because we'll say that the end of the race is at the Wharf District, which is like the next exit probably, and you've seen someone related to the people who you're trying to get revenge on. But of course, the true culprits approach as you hear. Do you hear it? If your soul hasn't given up. Actually, Loka, you know the speech better. You do it.
Oh, do I? You think I just kept
I
it
don't know.
memorized for 2 years?
Yes, I do.
If your soul is not truly given up all chance for hope, then you can still hear the sound that races at the end of the world. Come, follow us. Follow us to the future you seek.
Nice.
And the red convertible just comes blaring down the highway, and it's just fucking Akio and Toga and Sionji. Akio's just fucking
I'm so angry.
on the front of the car.
Alice is gonna argue with him about the stars and distract
Yeah,
him.
Please, let's have Alice.
Alice is gonna
Do
be
it.
like, that's not even the constellations. This is ridiculous. You say that getting into a heated debate with Akio is badass. It's also her
Very
specialty,
teen.
Yep.
and it's also a bratty teen thing. I'm gonna roll 3d6. 2 successes.
All right, 2 successes. All right, so
It's not even
See,
real
the one-
stars. It's just a projector. Sorry, go ahead.
the one problem is I don't even know what Akio does for this car. He's got his ass on the dumb glass at the front. What is
The windshield?
the windshield? Yeah, that's the word.
I'm proud of you.
I know such words, such as windshield. That's definitely a word I remember.
I think the way I'm picturing this is that Agio starts actually driving the car, and then when Alice starts arguing with him, he jumps on the hood to argue back until he goes, Akio, don't! And then they just crash because no one's driving the car anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna say that Akio leaps up and then just like hits the exit sign.
No!
So now it's just Toga and Sionji in the car, but it's coming down to the end. You have the Shiori car and the... Fuck, does the convertible have an actual name? I forget. Just end of the world car.
Akio car.
That's the Akio car, the Otori car.
Akio car is the name of the song that plays during those segments.
Yeah.
So yeah, Akio car. And also the angels are still there, fucking stuff up. The town's just kind of on fire now a little bit.
Whoops.
We should... The organizer's like, I just wanted to organize a race.
So yes, you're coming near the end. So you can try to win the race. You can try to kill your opponents, or you can do both. I'm not going to argue against trying to take both out, avenge other Johnny.
I'm gonna steal.
We already killed Akio.
I'm gonna steal the victory. Wait. I went pretty recently. Never mind.
It's fine. Just end the session.
Okay.
You're gonna steal victory, and then you form the loop on Kaiser.
Yep. I'm gonna steal victory. This is a bratty teen. This is my thing. I'm not. I'm gonna say it's pretty hardcore too.
Here's how I want to help this roll. I want to break the buzzsaws off of the Mach 5, get out, and just try and just wreck every car that comes close.
Yeah.
I'm just chasing after the cars behind us on foot with the buzzsaws.
All right, here comes 3d6. Come on. Nope. I'm so sorry.
Oh dear.
All right, here's my roll.
Nope.
Okay,
Oh man.
Well, we don't.
Jeff!
Can Smarts help this?
I'm
you
helping
inclined to
because
say
I
no.
am a responsible driver.
Yeah,
I
We're
help.
doing the stupidest fucking thing. Jeff just Johnny just slowly drives the Prius over the finish line.
Okay, so yeah, because of that helping roll being the victory, so I guess Billy rips the buzzsaws off, goes to the back, while Leanne just like goes like, I'm gonna steal victory, and then you just get like that cool shot of her sort of crouching down in the seat, hitting the pedal real hard. Probably doesn't really get. You just sort of hit both cars. You hit the Akio car. You bounce into the Irenic, and it's just kind of a mess. You're accelerating, but you keep hitting stuff you're not supposed to.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, everybody's forgotten about the Prius, and so the Prius just crosses the line as the Mach 5 just fucking goes flying. You're probably just forcibly ejected as it bounces off the pier into the sea.
I've done it. There's always time for safety.
The guy at the end is just like, my god, a Prius made it. A Prius got first.
Prius beat the Mach 5.
Is this a sign of the apocalypse? And he just looks behind him and angels are setting everything on fire. It's like, oh, I guess it is, huh? Well, you won $50, kids. In fact, I'm going to give you my entire wallet. There's not much more than $50 in there, but I don't think I'm going to need it. If you need me, I'm going to be in a bunker.
I'm going to use his ID from his wallet to buy some beer. Because I'm not old enough. We're going to get crunk. Because he gave us his entire wallet. I'm also going to run up his credit cards.
I don't need it anymore. I'm going to be hiding in the bunker. Look, when Jesus kicked all y'all's ass, I'm going to be safe underground eating beans.
Love beans.
Beans are good. Alright, that was fun. I hope Alice is okay.
So yeah.
I
guess it's over. Like, what the fuck?
Johnny gets $50. Everybody else avenged other Johnny.
Yes.
Alice goes off to the future to worry about her PS4, and I guess angels are just gonna set fire to a town until Bayonetta does something about it. I don't know.
Lena breaks Race Rex's heart, just like she said she would, and goes back to couch surfing and smoking pot. What does Billy do? What's his epilogue?
Billy fucking died with the buzzsaws. Because he was running around with buzzsaws.
No, Rick. Alright.
As the Mach 5 goes barreling towards the sea, he just closes his eyes and you hear, I did it for you, Johnny. No, the other Johnny.
Wait, I have a better idea. Billy's like reattaching the buzzsaws to the Mach 5. He gets in, retracts the buzzsaw.
Uh-oh.
up and just hurls Billy into the sea. It's like an uncomfortably long beatdown of Speed Racer beating up Billy.
Oh, hold on a sec.
We're not for like 10 minutes. Very strange.
All right, I'm gonna stop streaming. Everybody ready?
Yep.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.